What is up, guys? So today we're doing another episode of Fortnite. We haven't done one in quite a bit, but yeah. So today we're playing Battle Royale Zero build, which we haven't done in a while as well. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. I think it's the 14 days of summer, which means they added new stuff like today is the tactical submachine gun. Of course, it's lower, but you know, does anyone really get time for that? When you're already maxed out with the battle pass at this point. You know, I'm mostly waiting for Superman to come out. That's really when I'm gonna start playing the game for real. Cause I want Superman. Cause just kidding. Lots of things to do. But I can't just do nothing. So here we are playing a round of Fortnite. It is a little laggy because of, you know, how gaming is sometimes. It gets a little laggy and it's a little jarring, but that's how this game is. It's just like that. And if you're not prepared for it, then yeah, you know, you'll be screwed over. So yeah, for this episode, to get as much content in as possible, we won't do any skipping. And if I go silent, there'll probably be some kind of background music to fill the gap. You know what I mean? So that it's not just pure boredom. So anyways, we're gonna be dropping. Let's drop Utopia City. I haven't dropped there in a while. So anyways, you know, as you know, there's EXP stuff. I haven't played this game in a while. I think there's a lot of the weapons that are very good in this game. So yeah, of course, you know, you gotta loot up, grab a gun, you know, and then shoot at people. Just get into fights. I think everyone knows how Battle Royale works. If you don't, then, well, here you go. You know, you just gotta drop. And of course, this season there's a ranking system, as you can see on the right hand side. Every time you kill someone, you level up. When you level up, you get a better weapon. I don't know why I picked that up. Anyway, so yeah, you go around, you grab guns, and then you just get into fights. And if you don't have a good weapon, then you die. You just die. Anyways, yeah, so if you're not prepared, you just die. So anyways, yeah, let's cut right into the next part. So anyways, welcome back. So we're in the next part, which means that we're going to be dropping here. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm a little rusty. I haven't played this in a while. So anyways, we're going to go to the Academy Tech Lab, because usually when you drop there, you at least get a couple of good weapons to start out with. You know, they usually give you something, as long as you're not fighting everyone for it, you know. Because if you're fighting everyone for it, then you have no chance of winning. Anyways, yeah, so let's jump out of the plane. You can add music here if you wanna, but, you know, for obvious reasons, there is no music. I mean, I technically can play custom music, but, like, it has to be coming from Fortnite for obvious reasons. So, anyways, this is what the Academy Tech Lab looks like. It's basically like the vaults in, like, every other season, besides from, like, Chapter 1. Basically, yeah, I think if you guys seen this before, if you've seen my previous episodes. But if you haven't, this is what they look like. They have a weapon. Usually, they have a purple variety, and then chests, cash, and if you have money, you can just buy weaponry. Like this. Boons help you just move and stuff. And then if you want to go for movement, just head into this raft. Like this. And when you're in Rift mode, then of course, you can look around and loot. Anyways, I'm not going to cut this part out because, you know, content. But I am going to put some music over this. Actually, no. Well, I might put music over it if I think that there needs to be something over it because of the action. If I go silent, when I go do silent, I'll tell you guys when I'm gonna go silent and when it's gonna transition into music mode. Music mode is basically where just the music starts playing instead of like gameplay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna switch to just playing music, and if I'm silent, then I'm silent. See you guys after the end of the match. We'll see how it goes. Damn, bro, that sucks, bro. But honestly, I think I did pretty good. Like, honestly, like I didn't get into much fights, but that boss though, that boss fight was really cool. I think I did really good on it. Anyway, so yeah, by the way, if you guys didn't know, there's a boss. Sometimes that spawns in an island. There's two bosses. One that spawns in an island and one that spawns on the map. The island one randomly spawns like later half of the game. First one spawns immediately, you know what I mean? So yeah, honestly, the second most or the one that spawns on the island, that one's really good if you can like aim well, because her weapon is a DMR, which is like a great sightseer. You know what I mean? And for and a medallion, you just jump around and go invisible, as you saw there. Honestly, yeah. Also, if you love jumping around and going in slow mo, use the kill switches. Anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good of a showcase for all the cool stuff. I'll do another episode where I do more, maybe more Roblox, maybe more Fortnite. Depends on how I'm feeling. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. See you guys later.